afternoon, students. Today we are going to learn how to attempt a comprehension question, which is basically a test of students' reading and comprehension skills. The word comprehension means understanding. So it's a test of what you understand from the reading of an unseen passage. I would be sending you this photo of how to develop your basic skills in comprehension, and therefore I'm not going into those details, but you need to improve your reading and vocabulary and practice previous year's question papers to be able to acquire the skills needed to attempt this question. In the ICSE question paper, comprehension question comes as question number 4. It comes as question number 4, which carries 20 marks. It carries 20 marks. You can see it here. It carries 20 marks. You can get 20 upon 20 if you keep in mind some simple rules. There are generally 3 parts to the question. The first part has 3 to 5 word meanings to write down. The second part has short answer questions. Next comes a question which carries 8 marks. This involves précis writing, which is actually a brief summary of the main points and ideas of a particular passage, or maybe the whole passage. This we would deal later. So let's have a look at exactly what we need to do to score full marks in this high scoring topic. First, we need to read the passage at least 3 times. So you read the whole thing at least 3 times. To begin with, use a pencil while reading. It would serve as a pointer. Now first you skim through the passage, that is, give a quick reading to the passage and try to get the main idea. You may not understand well or not have understood what exactly the passage is all about from the first reading. So give a second reading and again maybe a third reading, underlining with pencil the main points. For by now you will have understood quite a bit about the passage. So let's have a look at the first question. What does the first question say? Now in the first question it reads, give the meaning of each of the following as used in the passage. One word answers or a short phrase will be accepted. Now it says first of all we remember to write the subdivision numbers. So you can see here the number is A, and then you have Roman number 1, 2, 3, 4. So you need to be very careful about the numbering also. Now the first word is puzzled. Puzzled is in the past tense. You can see it's in the past tense. Therefore, the answer provided by you should also be in the past tense. And what is the meaning of puzzle? Confused. So you give a synonym for. Write synonyms for the words given as questions. The best way to write is to write the synonyms. Do not write an explanation for it. If you don't know the meaning, better not write an explanation. But try to give synonyms. The next word is rehearsed, and which is also in the past tense. Therefore, the meaning for rehearsed should also be in the past tense. What is that? Practiced. So it is practiced is in the past tense. Then comes the third word is marvelous. Now marvelous is an adjective. So your meaning for marvelous also should be an adjective. Wonderful. Then the last word is a phrase, terrible blow. So your answer should also come as a phrase. what could be the answer? Terrible blow, a sudden shock, according to the context of the passage. So when you read the passage, you'll come to know the word meaning. So what we need to do as we learned this, how to write. Now, how to attempt the word meanings also is a skill. So what we need to do is to remember a few things. What are they? Use the same tense while writing the word meaning. We use the same tense. The parts of speech, whatever is used here, should be also the same. So the tense and the parts of speech should not change. Try to write synonyms for the words given and do not provide an explanation. This is what we learned from this word meaning, how to attempt the word meaning. Now coming to the next part is our question, short question answers. So for that, let's have a look at what it involves. We look at exactly what we need to do to score full marks in this high scoring topic. So first of all, you may read the passage once again. You may try to look and read the questions, of course, and now answer the questions in your own words. Remember, you have to answer in your own words. It's given over here, in your own words. So read the first question. You may try to locate the answer in the passage, as by now you know where the answer could be. But do not copy down the whole passage as the answer. Write to the point only what is asked, and largely in your own words. You may lift or copy some words which may be vital to the answer, but show that you have comprehended or understood by writing to the point. Do not simply lift the entire passage as your answer. Sometimes in the comprehension passage, there could be a question that has no direct connection with the passage. Or in this case, the student is required to use her own understanding. Use your own comprehension to answer such a question. Do not hesitate to write your comment when asked there. So this kind of question sometimes comes in the ICSE to trick you. Now, comprehension questions are therefore easy to attempt with these simple things in mind. Then the next part is the Précis writing. The question that comes in the Précis writing. Now, for instance, this passage that we have taken, in this we have the Précis, we have the question here. In not more than 50 words, relate what happened once the film was released. How did it affect Jane? Now, then the next part, here we have this question over here. The first thing we do is to read the question again and again if needed and focus on what is being asked. Understand the summary question. You should know the question very well. What is really? So you have to relate what happened once the film was released and how did it affect Jane. So this is what is being asked here. Once again, underline all the key points that tell us what happened when the film was released. Now make a draft with a pencil. Remember, Précis writing carries 8 marks. So you see here, it's 8 marks. 6 marks are allotted for the points or contents of the Précis and 2 marks are for your expression. So for 6 marks, you need at least 6 to 8 points in your answer. You must have marked 10 to 12 main points in the passage. Now write down the most important 6 to 8 points. Normally, keywords are provided to the examiner. 6 to 8 keywords are there. You must recognize it. So the keywords, if you recognize, it's easy for you to ink it down in your grid. Now, it should be written in your own words. So, it is very important that you write it in your own words. Now, don't write or add anything from your side. Use past tense as if you are reporting it to someone. Now, when I advise children to make the grid for the draft and the Prezi in the same page. So the draft is above and the Prezi, the fair draft is below. So you use the full page to draw the grid. Use the full page to your advantage. Therefore, make 2 grids of 5 columns and 10 rows each. Number it, like I have numbered it here, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Likewise, you come to the last end, 50. And in the end, you can see I have written 50 words over here. So when my thing is completed, there would be 50 words. Even if you do not write this, it's not compulsory, mandatory, or necessary. But what you do is, first grid, you'll attempt the rough draft in pencil. And the second one is the fair draft, in which you would write in ink. Draw and write neatly in the grids. Don't be stingy and don't write in a crammed manner. Then use a pencil and a ruler for the making the grid. The advantage of writing with a pencil is that one can always erase the unwanted words or word or words if it exceeds the 50 word limit, and try to make it more concise and reframe the sentences. Always remember to use simple words in your Prezi. It should not be very flowery type words. That is not needed either. So see that all the relevant points are there. When it looks all set, you can ink it out in the next grid as fair draft. Copy down correctly. Now give a reading to the passage. It should read like a passage full of meaning. Now you know that you have attempted it all right. Cancel the first grid. How would you cancel? You will cancel it from the bottom to the top with a pencil and mark it cancel and write cancelled above it. Now you're ready with your Prezi. Now there are some queries that often come. Students often ask, what happens when you don't write your Prezi in a grid? It is not compulsory, but you can write your answer in a paragraph, but then at the end you must write 50 words. Now if you do not write this, you may lose the 2 marks on expression. Likewise, if you have written an extra word or exceeded 50 words and written 1 or 2 words extra, the examiner will draw a line at the 50th word and write 50 words but give you 0 in expression. Therefore, practice Prezi sincerely from the previous year's question papers. Do not lose marks in the comprehension too. It is a scoring topic. Comprehension is easy to attempt, but Prezi needs precision. Practice makes a man perfect. Therefore, manage your time to learn these skills well. Thank you.